Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Energy Update with me, Rebecca Meisel. This week, we've got some really interesting themes, especially around releasing the past, releasing a lot of our old programming so we can truly step into this new avenue, this new path for life. Last week, we had a huge theme around our thoughts and really being mindful of creating this new welcoming and loving space within your mind, releasing the bully in the mind, to truly embrace this new version of ourselves. So this week, this definitely continues. We're seeing a beautiful continuation of learning the ways of love, of really integrating these newfound truths that we've had, and truly coming to this awareness of freedom. So this week, we have a huge theme around breaking free and releasing what is standing in the way of our greatness. So it's really exciting stuff. So let's dive into what channeled first. So the first thing that we have here is forgiveness. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. Aligning your life with love requires sacrifice, a letting go of the old, the worn out, the trouble, the woe. Who are you ready to forgive? Sending love to the individuals who have hurt you. Cultivating compassion and understanding. Releasing control of outcomes or forcing. Let yourself be. Cracked open. Seeing what truly has been within all along. Anger. Issues with obedience, a rebellious heart. Welcome these parts home again. See that no one is judging you now. No one is suppressing you now. There is no need to fight. Simply be. Let the emotions flow through you. Lessons in intolerance to break free, to set yourself free from all that has been done. You are going through an undoing of all that was inflicted upon you, healing the wounds one by one so you can be free. Learning the lessons and passing the tests. Can you live in love? So this is beautiful. Let's pause here. There's so much to unpack with this initial bit of channeling here. So this big, huge theme of forgiveness is going to come in. And I think that's really important to really zero in on this week. This week, once more, we're finding these areas in life where we're not free. So we're gonna have things that surface. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's resentment, maybe it's this deep hurt and wounding around not being able to be yourself or be loved for who you are. There's a lot around like deep wounding, and the throat chakra specifically is being very tight. I'm almost getting a burning sensation in my throat where it's just like anger, fire. And we might need to do this release work this week, because once more, the more we hold on to these things, the more we stuff down the hurt, the resentment, the anger, the more it's just going to come up in life. So they're really giving us this heads up this week. Hey, where are you needing to let go of any of these resentments, any of these things that are actually really hurting you? And they're showing me that it's like a poison, like a deep-seated poison that we keep drinking. We're poisoning ourselves the more and more we dwell on what's angering us, what's not in alignment for us, what's not working, where we have anger in relationships or tension. So they're kind of showing me that forgiveness is that freedom. It's that gift that we give ourselves when we learn how to let go and to face these situations with a new mindset of how can I heal this, as opposed to this person did this or this event happened and it really hurt me, and we hold on to that victimhood. They're like, it's time to become the emperor or the empress energy and take control, become the leader, see it, feel it, release it, and go, how can I move forward? What's the best plan of action for me to let this go? And I love how they brought this kind of shift in perspective, because sometimes with self-love, we don't realize it does require letting go. It does require sacrifice. And I thought that was such an intriguing thing to look at. It's like, okay, in life we have one of two choices: to sacrifice the loving thing for ourselves, to sacrifice the self-care, to sacrifice the self-love, the compassion, or we can sacrifice the things that aren't adding to our cup, the things that are hurting us in our lives. So they're bringing this awareness of like, choose. Every single day you have this option before you. Are you going to continue to take the poison, or are you going to start taking the antidote? So we need to start working through these energies. Where do you still feel mad? Where do you still hold anger? Where are you still unwilling to let go? And this illumination to how it's affecting us is really going to be front and center this week. So I love how they gave us this exercise of sending love to the individuals who have hurt you. That can be really hard to do. And like, especially as a human being, it can be really hard. But they really want us to start practicing that. How can I go to the compassion? How can I go to the love? How can I go to this alternative perspective so I can move on? And really look at that. Like, what do I need to move on? And for a lot of us, it's coming back to this awareness and understanding of humanness and the understanding of soul contracts and soul lessons. The people that have come into your life, the family that you were born into, the friends that you've had, the events, a lot of the events that you've had that have triggered massive healing in you, these catalysts for your growth, that's exactly what they are. They were all put in place for you to have these experiences, for you to learn, to help you move forward, to help you become the amazing individual that you are today. So I feel like this week we're going to start letting this understanding truly land and releasing this need to force it. I thought that was really interesting because, once more, sometimes we get this illumination, oh, I need to forgive, and then we try to force it. We try to go, okay, well, I need to let this go. I need to let this go. I need to heal this. I need to heal this. But you cannot force healing. It happens on its own time. So I'm really hearing this week, let yourself surrender to the flow. And if you feel angry, feel angry. If you feel hurt, feel hurt. Shift and flow with those emotions. And they really mention that, like, let it flow through you. Don't stuff those emotions down. We had a huge understanding of that last week, of giving these parts of yourselves a space, a sacred space to be heard, to be felt, to be acknowledged. So we need to carry that forward this week as these tougher emotions come through. How can you nurture yourself? How can you be the best friend? How can you allow them a space? Okay. And it was really interesting because, that being said, these parts that we've perhaps disowned or had anger with, these shadow aspects, are really going to come forward for recognition. So I love how they put this, seeing what's truly been within all along: anger, issues with obedience, a rebellious heart. And this is so interesting because a lot of times we can cast those sides of ourselves in shame, or other people have cast those sides of ourselves in shame. Like, you're the black sheep. You never listen. You don't go the way that we want you to go. You haven't walked the path you're supposed to walk, right? These can be cast in a very negative light. But what was the advice? Welcome these parts home again. And what was so beautiful is as we do this, we start realizing that we're in a very different place than where we were before. Because they're showing me so many of us have come forward in this evolution where we're no longer tolerating these bad relationships, these toxicities in our lives. They're showing me someone with very strong boundaries with that, who's changed their lives. So once more, take this as it resonates, because this is a collective read, but they are showing me that most of us have been taking those steps and are about to integrate those steps to cut out toxicity and to come to the awareness that, wow, like, you know what? I'm not in my past anymore. I'm not in that situation anymore where people are judging me in that respect, where people are telling me, you can't do this, you can't do that. And even if you are, you're rising to this understanding that, hey, I'm the leader of my life. I get to choose. I get to be who I am. And we do this in a very loving way where it's a reclamation of all of who we are. It's a reclamation of ourselves in our entirety. And we're no longer casting shame upon ourselves or allowing others to shame us for being who we are. And it's really beautiful because this is very empowering. Once we realize we're no longer in that space, we're not going to tolerate that. We're not going to go back there. We're not in our past. We're here in the now, and who you are is amazing. So once we claim that, once we realize that, everything shifts and you take your power back. And that's what's so amazing is I feel like a lot of us this week are going to wake up to the truth that I'm not in my past anymore. I am not who I used to be. I have started a totally new chapter. And that's why you're ready to heal now. That's why when this anger and these resentments and these hurts come up this week, or whatever comes up for you, you're going to welcome it because you're going, oh, this is a great sign, because this is actually showing me that these emotions are ready to be released. I'm at a space where I can feel them and heal them. So if you feel like this week you take a few steps back, realize that that is really not the case. You are going to be slingshotted forward by listening to your hurt, by holding your heart, by expressing how you feel, and embracing these shadow aspects of yourself. So I'm really hearing we're getting a complete evolution in how we viewed ourselves, viewed our lives, viewed our past, our hurts, and the people who have hurt us. So if you can, when you get to that space, allow yourself to visualize the person who hurts you in front of you. And I feel like this is such an important practice. I believe it was Louise Hay who really spearheaded this practice of visualizing this person in front of you, having that conversation in a meditative state, releasing whatever it is you need to release, saying whatever it is you need to say to that individual so you can be free. And then wrapping them in love, asking your angels, your guides to wrap that person in love and the situation in love. Sometimes that's all we can do. And I'm hearing that as well. Some of us are going to come to this awareness of like, this is just so hard for me to let go. So I need help. And that's okay. You know, if you've been deeply hurt in your life, it's okay. You know, so many times we are battered with this belief system that we just need to cut and move on. But so many of us can carry these things within us, these hurts within us for years, for such a long time period. And I feel like society often glorifies, you just need to cut that off and move on. And you got to move on because it's this person or it's that person or it's family or it's this or that. And there's all the excuses in the world of why you should forgive. But sometimes we need to feel and express the anger, the hurt, the disappointment, whatever it is that comes up for you. So this week, don't shy away from that. And I'm really hearing, if it's too much, if you're like, I don't know how I will ever be able to forgive this person or this situation, or maybe it's even yourself. I don't know how I'll ever be able to forgive myself for my past. This is when you need to surrender the situation to God, to the universe, to your guides, and ask them, please help me with this. I surrender this to you. Wrap this situation in love on my behalf. And you'll be amazed at what starts transforming. And I'm hearing like overnight. Because once more, we're in a very different energy right now. We're in a very spearheading energy, which means it's forward movement right now. It is time to move forward. So with this, a lot of these things that we thought at first were impossible to release, that would take years for us to get over, we're going to start realizing that's really not the case anymore, because the energy has shifted. We need to be in our light. So with that being said, we're going to have these huge sets of upgrades, of purifying our energies, and this instantaneous release. So they're showing me this amazing like shift that happens. It's like this release of past life karma, this release of past life healing, this release of ancestral healing, our own healing from the past that just happens. And it's just because we're ready. We're in this new vibration of, hey, I'm ready to choose myself now. Whereas for most of us, a lot of us, we're not ready before. So realize when these things come up, it's just showing you you're ready. You're ready to face these things now. You're ready to release them now, to break free. Okay, this is so beautiful, because they're showing me here that everything that we've gone through has been designed to free us. And yes, we always have a choice. Okay, this is the other thing. You can continue to repeat the cycle, or you can choose to break free. But this is what's happening this week, is we're getting this awareness to these lessons we've been learning in intolerance, okay? Now, this is going to be a really big, I feel like, global theme this year, is where we're seeing a lot of intolerance, where we've seen a lot of judgment, where there's been lots of themes of unconditional love. And we see that just in life in general, but I feel like this year we're going to see a big raise or shift in evolution in this. So we are in this period of cracking open to see all the wounding, to see all the hurts, to feel it, to see it, to name it, so we can clear it. So I love how they put this: lessons in intolerance to break free, to set yourself free from all that has been done. You are going through an undoing of all that was inflicted upon you, healing the wounds one by one so you can be free. Okay, this is so beautiful, because maybe you've even noticed this, where the past few years, or maybe even this year, you're starting to recognize, oh, these old hurts that you thought you kind of laid to rest come up. And then it's just like, oh yeah, okay, just needed to learn a lesson with that one. Or, oh yeah, I just needed to release that emotion. And then it's like, you're good. And so they're kind of showing me this ease in which a lot of these things will start coming up now. And it's literally just to clear them. It's literally just to see, oh, this lesson. Some of us might have revisitation of certain lessons. So as an example, maybe an ex will come back into your life, and it's all to just remind you and show you and release whatever needed to be released, whatever has been lingering about that situation, and get it out so you can move forward. So we're going to get this analysis how our entire lives, the wounds that we've taken on, we're healing them one by one. So it's pretty incredible, a complete undoing of every hurt, of every wound. And we're starting to recognize this as a good thing. So many of us go, oh, it's so hard. I don't want to go back to my past. I don't want to have to relive these things. But every time you do, realize that you're actually becoming stronger, and you're actually learning how to coat every bit of hurt within yourself with love. And isn't that amazing that we ourselves are learning how to be that incredible essence of love for ourselves? How often have we sought that out outside of us? How often have we been looking around for other people to heal us, to help us, to give us the unconditional love we need? But here we are now. We're learning how to do that ourselves. We are learning this ultimate version of love, unconditional love. Like, isn't this amazing when you really step back and look at this? It's incredible what we are learning right now. So from there, we have learning the lessons and passing the tests. Can you live in love? So every challenge that comes your way, every revisitation of the past, how can you hold such space for that situation in the utmost love? And remember that no matter what comes up, even if it's anger, even if it's these seemingly ugly or negative emotions, how can you wrap them in love too? So from there, we have ask yourself each day, is it possible for me to let go? Love can find a way. Stop knocking on the door of your past. You're not going that way. Old patterns be gone, patterns of lack and scarcity. Only love now remains. Release your fear. Do not give up. Become allies with yourself. Become the best friend. Proceed with wisdom, not doubt. Put down your guilty conscience. You are not bad. You are simply human. Setting down the mask of lies so that you can stand in the light of your truth. Exposing wrongs about yourself so you can be free. Stand up for yourself. Do not live in shame. For you were born in it, but you may not leave with it. I love this. Okay, so let's pause here. This is really, really interesting. So once again, this week, it's a lot about clearing. It's a lot about releasing. It's a lot about transmuting these situations, these pains, these hurts, these angers into love. So once more, how can you seize every opportunity to release fear, release guilt, release hurt and insufficiency, and become the cheerleader of your life? So this week, they just keep showing me the champion. The champion. Be the champion. Be your own savior of your life. This is your opportunity this week. So anything that comes up, go, this is my chance to save myself. This is my opportunity to transmute this situation into love. This is the ultimate act of love for yourself, is by claiming what is right for you and learning when to walk away, learning when to let go, learning when to sacrifice not the good, but the bad that is working against you, right? So I love how they're really reminding us, like, stop knocking on the door of your past. This is super interesting. They're showing how some of us are just trying to just continue to live life the same way. And we're going like, why isn't this working? Open this door. Open this door. And they're just showing me someone knocking and knocking and knocking on the door behind them, though it's slammed shut. It's locked tight. It's not opening again because it's done. So they're like, you have to be willing to turn around and look at alternate places, alternate opportunities, alternate ways of moving forward. That's not the door for you. So how can you stop knocking on the door of your past? How can you stop doing things the same way over and over again? If it's not working, it's not working. And they're actually showing me this protection that you are being sealed in. Your guides are really adamant, like, we love you. We want you to succeed. And if you go that way, you ain't going to. So they're just showing me this shield of protection. So if certain things are not coming to light right now, if certain things just are not happening, you need to just throw your hands up and stop. You need to go, I'm done. I can't go that way. So what are the alternative ways that are now before me? So they're showing me this plethora of options. What are these other things that you can do? What are these other options that are available to you? Start digging into those options, okay? So stop knocking on the door of your past. You are not going that way. Old patterns be gone. Patterns of lack and scarcity. Here only love remains. I love this because once more, we're releasing these deep wounds of inadequacy. We had a lot about that last week. Insufficiency, lack, not being able to support yourself, not being able to love yourself fully. This is where they go into, put down the guilty conscience. So many of us have wrapped ourselves in self-judgment and blame and shame because life didn't work out the way we wanted, or some situation failed, or we see it in those lights of such harsh black and white truths. But that's not truly the truth, okay? And they're really showing me that how a lot of us have totally misjudged ourselves in situations as being something negative, where it's actually been a catalyst for our growth. It's actually been something that has helped us learn, that has helped us evolve. And now we need to stop punishing ourselves. We need to stop guilt tripping ourselves for our past. It's done. It's over. It will not follow you unless you keep making it follow you. And what I mean by that, and they're showing me like this repeat of your mind continuing the cycle, where it's like, oh, I can't do this, or you're waking up in the middle of the night guilt tripping yourself for something you did 10 years ago. These things, we need to let them go. They're just a burden on you. They're not benefiting you in any way. They're only regressing you. They're hindering you from being unconditionally loved. And you deserve to be unconditionally loved, my friends. So put down any guilt. You are not bad. Okay, now this is going to surface for some of us in this forgiveness journey. Some of us are going to judge ourselves for not feeling like we're ready to forgive yet. So we might have these moments of like, I'm a bad person. I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't feel this way. Or, look at this person's situation. Sometimes we can bypass our negative emotions because of, oh, this person was going through that. And yes, we have to come back to the love, but not before we've felt the feelings. You have to feel the feelings. You can't just bypass them. So if you're angry, be angry. Just let yourself be angry. If you're sad, just be sad. Don't guilt trip yourself for feeling how you feel. Don't blame yourself for being a human being with real feelings. Okay, this is where once more we have to allow ourselves to just be. There was so much of that repeated actually in the reading, is learning how to be. Not fix, not correct, not ignore. Be. So be, allow, release. And I love this. Put down your guilty conscience. You are not bad. You are simply human, right? Give yourself a break, my friend. Have you been able to give yourself a break? Everyone needs a break sometimes, even you. So setting down the mask of lies so that you can stand in the light of your truth. I love this. So exposing wrongs about yourself so you can be free. So if you do have a guilty conscience and you're judging yourself for all these wrong things you did or the wrong mistake or whatever it is that you're punishing yourself for, they're just kind of going like, express it. Like, tell someone or write it in your journal or tell God, pray, get it out. They're just kind of showing me how many of us have coated ourselves in this shame over past mistakes, and we haven't told anyone about it because we're so ashamed. You know, they're actually kind of bringing this to money as well. So some of us, maybe we're not in the best situation financially, and maybe we're actually putting a lot of shame on that, and we refuse to tell anyone, hey, I'm in debt, or hey, I'm struggling, or hey, this is an issue. This can happen a lot. Or, you know, maybe you've just recently got out of a relationship, but you don't want to tell anybody. You don't want to mention, oh, you know, I feel like I failed, right? Sometimes we can put on these very strong perceptions of a situation and forget that, hey, like, this is life and you deserve to be supported. So many of us are going to be learning how to nurture ourselves, even in these situations where we're not proud of, we're upset about, or we're blaming ourselves for. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to practice self-compassion, to be willing to receive help and support. So they're really showing me that we're putting down this mask of lies, this mask that says everything's okay. I'm good. Everything's fine. I've got everything together, when you really don't. And that's okay. They're really saying, like, this is the time to be learning how to not be okay. And that's the expression. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be a human being. It's okay if you made mistakes. It's okay if you messed up. It's okay if life didn't turn out the way you envisioned, because there's something so much better for you. So there's really no shame in that. So once you release this guilt and this shame around life not turning out the way you wanted or should have turned out, there's a lot about that. There's some strong programming here for this week around life should have turned out this way, and regret around actions or whatnot that didn't get you to that space. We need to forgive ourselves. We need to let that go so we can start living now, so we can start living and crafting a new future, a future that may not look the way we thought it would, but is actually going to be the best thing for us. So we had a lot around last week, blazing your own trail. This is going to come up this week where it's like, you know what? Now that we're letting go of the past, what's next? Right? What's next for you? This is actually a really exciting transition in your life. You're letting go of what not works, what doesn't work, to embrace what now does authentically for you. And it's incredible when we truly strip off the shame. We truly let go of the guilt. We truly let go of our past. We now reveal who we are beneath all of that. And it's all heart. It's all soul. So this is the amazing transformation that we're undergoing. It's amazing. So we're exposing the wrongs. Okay, so what went wrong? We're releasing that guilt to stand up for ourselves. So this is what channels. Stand up for yourself. Do not live in shame, for shame in which you were born. Okay, now this is really interesting, but you may not be taken out of it. So I thought this was really interesting, the way that they were showing me this. So we might have been born into society, into life, into this human body where shame is kind of commonplace, judgment is kind of commonplace. We're all given these set rules of how to live life, and if we do not follow them, we get this judgment. But what they're showing me is you might have been given this set of circumstances, but that doesn't mean you're going to leave this earth with those circumstances. So it was really cool. They were showing me how we're taking circumstances and the cards we were dealt, and we're creating an entirely new hand. We're going, I'm leaving that behind. I was born into that, but that doesn't mean that that's me anymore. That doesn't mean I have to continue living my life that way anymore. So we're leaving the shame and the guilt and the blame at the door, and we're choosing a new one. And they just showed me that, unlocking this next door, opening that new door to your future where that is not going to follow you. It's really beautiful. So do what you need to do. You have had much training. Now it is time to tap into your gifts and shine. Be the light in this world. Call upon Source, and you will never be lonely. You won't be rejected now. Comfort your heart. It's time to stand in the spotlight. Let not anything stand in your way. Belief is in it all. Surround yourself with positive friends, friends that uplift your spirit. Believe in the power of you. Leaving jealousy and hurt behind. Those weren't your people. It's okay to let them go. It's okay to be yourself and make choices and decisions that benefit you now. Face your fears of loss, of self-jail, defiance. You will not lose anything good that is meant to find you. Okay, let's pause here. This was amazing. So now we're stepping out of these harder emotions into this amazing liberation energy, this energy of, okay, now that I can leave my guilt, now that I can leave the shame, now what? Now I get to freely live. Can you imagine your life without those haunting your steps? Without feeling afraid of judgment, without feeling afraid of shame and ridicule? What would you do? Like, they're even showing me the power of social media, where so many of us are said we have to look this way or be this way or do things a certain way. Once again, all these rules. And a lot of us are so afraid to just put anything out there because we're afraid of what people will say. We're afraid of what people will say behind the safety of their screens. We're scared of the judgment, right? And this can go for anything. When you're ready to take your gifts to the next level, it requires this element of being seen, right? And with that brings the fear, the fear of rejection. But what's so interesting is that they're really reaffirming here, you're not going to be rejected. And why you will not be rejected is because even if you are, you're learning not to take that to heart. You're learning to love yourself so much, to become so self-full that even if others try to, you don't even feel it anymore. They're showing me this beautiful mask of protection that is over you. So once again, you're being highly protected. So when you claim your leadership in your life, when you claim the confidence, your gifts, and you just allow yourself to shine no matter what, all that pressure, all that fear just melts away. And they're showing me someone who's been utterly terrified of being seen and losing something. Like, there's a lot around loss here. So maybe in the past, when you've tried to do something for yourself, it was taken away. or people ruined the experience for you with their judgment. Like someone who was like, I really want to do this. I really want to explore this side of myself. And you create something, you put your heart and soul into it, and then someone just comes in and says something negative, or you get some sort of rejection, and then you just go pack it all away and you say, I'm done. But now we're learning, so what? One person didn't like it. It's not for them. It's for me. It's not for them. It's for the people who will appreciate, resonate, and grow from this. And they're actually showing me how so many have squandered our gifts because of fear of rejection, because of what other people might say. But now you are going to be of the highest level of authority. So they're just showing me someone embodying their higher self and realizing, wow, I don't need anyone else's approval. I just need my own. I just need my own approval. And this need to people please just falls away. And you fully blaze this new trail as your authentic self. It's absolutely magical. It's absolutely beautiful. And you're realizing, it's funny, I just heard it's lonely at the top. So some of us might feel this loneliness that happens because when you're fully in your gifts and you're fully in your expression of yourself, sometimes that can repel people. It can release the people that are not meant to be in your life because of jealousy, because of this, they're just showing me this jealousy energy of like, when you shine, it makes me insecure, right? So those types of people, it's going to trigger wounding it, but you don't have to take that personally. You're just realizing that's where that person is in their journey. But I'm going to continue shining. I'm going to continue moving forward anyway. So they're showing me some of us are going to have to take this path alone. Not only because you're the first to take this path, but also because you're learning, I really don't need anyone to do this for me. I don't need other people's approval to share my gifts, to do what I love. So they're showing me this amazing accompaniment and awareness coming through of spirit, of the universe, of your ancestors. Woo! That just popped right in. Woohoo! Your ancestors. Wow. Your family line is cheering you on. Man, that makes me want to cry. Wow. They're just making me feel this overwhelming pride of you as you take these steps. So even if no one else cheers you on, even if no one else supports you, know that spirit is backing you up every single step of the way. Every single step, my friends, spirit is at your back. Wow, this is coming in so strong. They're like, you did it, you're healing our lineage because you're choosing yourself. You're choosing the path that lights you up that we never could. Do you realize how much we're healing when we choose ourselves, when we love ourselves, when we accept ourselves and our gifts, and we move forward in confidence? Think of how many before you never had that chance or never took it. Look how many people have squandered their gifts because of low confidence, low self-worth, but not anymore. Not you. You're choosing yourself and you are healing so much with it. Wow. It's incredible. And for so long you didn't think you could do it. But you can and you will. Every single step you take every single day is getting you that much closer. But don't forget, every step, do it in love. Do it with the utmost care of yourself, the utmost compassion for your heart, because that's what matters, is that you do your life in love. So from there, we then learn to fortify ourselves with the right connections. And this is so beautiful because right when you think you're alone, and it's funny, they're showing me this process, like you're going alone, you're feeling spirit, you're learning to trust the universe and rely on the universe and becoming very powerful, very in your power. Then all of a sudden, these soul connections are here. And they're all these people that start surrounding you, and they're the right people. They're the ones that love you, that support you, that are not jealous, that are not intimidated by you, that want to support you. And it's amazing what happens when you equip yourselves with these types of friends. Friends that uplift your spirit and believe in the power of you. It's beautiful. And they're just showing me these little ties that are cut by leaving the energies of jealousy and hurt behind. All the people that were not good for you, just they're gone. They're taken out of your life just like that. And it's so interesting. They're showing me this desire to keep them. So some of us might have this desire where it's like, I just want to hold on to these people. You know, I wish I could make them understand me. I wish they could see this and blah, 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 because you have such a big hurt. But they're just like, no. If these people are leaving, if these people are going and it's meant to be, let them go. The people who are meant for you will be with you till the end. So it's okay to let them go. It's okay to be. And this is very important for some of you to hear because a lot of you have stayed incredibly small for other people's comfort. So when you rise, these people won't like it. They won't like it. Okay? Some of them might be nasty. Some of them might be mean. Some of them might be cruel. This is what happens when you start rising. And it can be shocking. It can be hurtful. But do not give your power to it. And they're really saying, let them go. Let them go. Give yourself permission to move forward and to be big. Okay? This is so important. Don't stay small anymore for anyone. This is your time. It is okay for you to let them go. It is okay for you to be big now. It is okay for you to be the full expression of yourself and make the choices and decisions that benefit you now. It's okay. It's okay to put yourself first. So face your fears of loss. Now, this was really imperative. Some of us are going to have a big emotional release this week because we're going to be pouring out the grief over losing those we loved simply for being ourselves. It's hard. It's not easy. Being yourself can sometimes be the hardest thing you've ever done because it will require those who do not love you to the full degree to go. And anything else that does not align with you to the full degree to go. So they're showing me this final goodbye. You're putting this chapter to rest. You're letting go of the people and the situations and the things that do not align with you, that do not serve you, that do not support you, because you're seeing you deserve so much more. But that being said, the inner child is going to be hurt. The inner child is going to feel lost, afraid. But you need to trust and comfort that child this week, letting them know that what is meant for us will always stay. So we're facing these big fears of losing the good in our lives. We're facing the fears of this energy of being who we are and that being wrong. So they mentioned loss, and then they showed me jail and defiance. Okay, this is really interesting. So some of us, it's like when we bend to people for their comfort, we actually are putting ourselves or a part of ourselves in jail. Let that land. You are locking away a part of yourself that deserves to shine. You are suppressing a part of who you are for someone else. We need to heal this. We need to liberate all parts of us, because all parts of us deserve to be seen. All parts of you deserve love. All parts of you. If anything this week, remember that. All parts of you deserve unconditional love. So this energy of defiance came in next. And it was really interesting because how many of us have been shunned for going a different path, for going our own way, and for being defiant, right? This is once more, this fear comes in. So we're going to have that as well. We'll have the fear of loss. We're going to have this fear that we won't be accepted, that we need to lock away a part of ourselves again from being seen. And this fear that being defiant means we're worthy of shame. Going our own path is worthy of shame. This is what we're really going to be healing. So once more, accepting ourselves fully is key. Wrapping all these parts of ourselves in love is key. And realizing and giving ourselves full permission to be defiant, to go a new way, to carve a new path, no matter what anyone else thinks. So this fear of persecution comes in, and we're needing to clear it. And this fear of loss, right? You will not lose anything good that is meant to find you. So from this amazing healing this week, we begin to open our capacity for good in life. And it's beautiful. They're showing me someone who's very hesitant to move into new territory. They're very hesitant, they're kind of showing me like this shy cat that's skittish and hides away. But then they slowly start coming out, and they start slowly with each little step realizing they are okay. They are safe in this new environment. They are safe with these new individuals. It is okay for them to come out and to stop hiding. So these little steps every day, and this is opening our capacity for goodness. So what came through was opening your capacity for good in life. Stop safeguarding your treasure, for there is more to be found that will not be taken from you. Believing and hoping again, you will prevail. It is time to take the next step in your evolution. It is time to be seen. Taking big steps forward and getting yourself out there. Making new friends and connections. Being sure of who to trust and who to let go. Hope, resurgence, and growth within the capacity to love. Strength of being, allowing others to take care of you. The divine masculine rising. What needs need to be met now? When in doubt, ask for help, making a solid plan of action for growth and success. It's not just you anymore. There's a whole rally behind you. You are loved. You are free. Take your peace. Believe now, not later, and watch the miracles trickle in. Belief in miracles makes manifest. Okay, so let's stop there. This is amazing. So from all of this release work, we now start stepping into the sun. We start seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. We start believing. We start hoping again. We allow ourselves to start believing in the good in life. And it's really, really beautiful because with that, we release this need to protect ourselves. And that's really, really coming through here this week of where we've been trying to keep ourselves safe, where we've been guarding over any fraction of good in our lives or the goodness that we get. It's almost like because we're so afraid of losing it, but not only that, we're so afraid that we won't get anything else. And they're really showing me that, this possessiveness, this fear, this protection and guarding of what's yours because you're terrified that it will go away. And this is what happens from trauma. So they're really showing me this week that the hands come down, whereas before they were up in this upright position, ready to go, ready to fight. But now we're letting go. We're going, oh, maybe I don't need to fight my life anymore. Maybe I don't need to fight anymore, period. Maybe I can just let go and trust. And that's where this hope comes in, because it's like, oh my gosh, maybe good can come in with ease and grace. Maybe I can meet the right people. Maybe the right people will just be attracted to me. Maybe it doesn't need to be hard, right? Remember that scenario last week of trudging through the mud where it's like, everything's so hard. Now we're going, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the way I was living life. Maybe it's now time to see a new way. So this is beautiful. It's like you're believing in yourself. You're letting go of this need for protection, and you're ready to take the next step. You're ready to be seen. And this is beautiful because this excitement then propels us forward. I'm ready to meet people. I'm ready to get out into this big wide world and grab life and just take it, right? It's absolutely amazing. So, and we're trusting ourselves because once again, a lot of us have had a lot of fear around who do we let into our lives now? Maybe we've had a lot of hurt in the past. So they're showing me this kind of back and forth, like, can I trust this person? Can I not? Can I do this? Can I not? But we're learning to have such full trust in ourselves and the universe. We don't need to worry anymore. We can let go of the protection because once again, we're going to see these people from a mile away. That's what they're showing me. It's like, you know, the people you can trust. You know, the ones that light you up are the right ones. It should be easy. And if it's not, then take a look at that. Go, okay, why is this so hard? Have I been conditioned to believe that this needs to be really arduous, that I need to keep bending, that I need to hide myself to be accepted to this person, right? Go into that. Who makes you feel free? Who makes you feel light? Who makes you feel like it's just so easy to be yourself? Those are the people, my friends. So don't care about the other people and what they think and what they say about you. Focus on the people who do love you, who help you, who are there for you. And this is what's so beautiful, is this resurgence of the divine masculine in a healthy, balanced way. So this is what's really healing this week, is this ability to trust in the divine masculine energy, which is your needs are going to be taken care of. You are okay. You are safe. So Where have you not been trusting the divine masculine energies in your life? With yourself, with your friends, with the people that surround you. We're going to wake up to we are really safe. We are able to trust these energies to support us. We are able to have a healthy relationship with the masculine energy. And it is bringing out the best side of yourself, because the moment you feel safe, this relief just comes in and it's like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And I can do this because I've got a whole rally of people behind me who are cheering me on, who love me, who are going to help me if I need it. And you have full confidence they will. Can you imagine that feeling? Right? So I love how they bring this up. It's like, whenever you doubt, ask for help and know it will be given. Okay? It's really, really beautiful. So we start waking up as we start trusting this divine masculine. We wake up to what our needs are. What do I need help with? What do I want to set down? Like, what burdens do I want to just unload and have some help with, right? It's really beautiful. We start thinking about, wow, maybe if I delegated, or maybe if I asked for help, this could become so much easier for me. So when in doubt, ask for help, making a solid plan of action for growth and success. It's not just you anymore. There is a whole rally behind you. You are loved. You are free. Take your peace. It's beautiful, right? Take your peace. It's okay. You can be at peace now. You don't have to keep fighting. Lay down that sword. You don't have to fight anymore. We're here to help you. So believe now, not later, and watch as miracles trickle in. Belief in miracles makes manifest. And from there, I kept getting fallen chains, self-deliverance, sudden closure. You can let your past go. Amazing. This is an action-packed week. This is a week of huge forward growth if you are willing. So can you believe in miracles? Because you're in one. Your life is a miracle. What you're doing is a miracle. You are leaving the pain of your past and letting go and moving forward into a bright new future. That in itself is a miracle. And they're just showing me how so many of us never thought it was possible. So many of us thought that our past would haunt us forever, that we'd never get over things. But here you are. You're doing it. You're about to be free. And you are so supported every single step of the way. It is so amazing how this journey of your life has all been a culmination to bring you here to this moment of true release. So my friends, get excited, because what's next? What do you want to do with this freedom? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to express your gifts? If you just let go of all of these fears, these hurts, these wounds, who would you be? What would you be doing? How would you change your life? Because your life is yours and it's ready for you. It's waiting for you to be living it to its full degree. So this week, don't give your power away. Stand in your greatness. Stand in your glory. And know that we are all right here beside you. So friends, that's all I have for us this week. I truly hope you enjoyed this reading. Wow, so much amazing information. I hope it resonates for you, and I'm sending you all the love in the world. Have a beautiful day.